I think we're rolling, mate.
Is that really how you're going to start?
Yeah.
Just about as you're going to clean the lens?
Yeah, mate.
Clean the lens and let's start again. Right, here we are, stuck in traffic.
Where are we? What are you doing today, Paul?
I got up at 4:40 and I'm now in Nice. We are here with Cadillac and their new LYRIQ, which launched in Europe at the back end of last year, and we're one of the first people in Europe to drive it, Cole. Well, I'm driving it, you're just filming.
Yeah, I'm just...
But they've dropped us off in Nice. They've given us a guided route of one that, if you didn't know the area, you could use. However, we do know the area, so we are going off-piste, Apple CarPlay already, and we're heading up to the mountains.
Are you all so tired, or are you driving in the night? The road is dark, 'cause we killed the lights here.
I'm not sure if this is Paul's idea of humour, but we've just stopped at a petrol station. Mate, what are you doing? Why are you parked in a diesel bay?
Well, actually, when we turned up, the spaces were all taken. There's a disabled space there, an airspace there, and then all of the other. We've got the best car in the petrol station, but it's fully electric. We've got to blend in.
We've been here always, the wheel keep turning. Just a few more steps now, then we'll never go back home. Oh, Lucifer!
We parked up.
Right, should we have a look at this?
Let's go have a look. Mate, this thing looks awesome. Oh yeah.
What?
It did a thing.
Yeah.
That looks sick.
I think it looks good from this angle. I think we've got the pick of the bunch with the spec as well. I really like the colour, seeing as it's quite moody up here.
It definitely outlines its lines. Apart from looks, you've driven so many EVs, you've tested them, you've been on press trips. What's different about this?
There's one thing in particular that we will talk on because it is a big passion of mine, but there's a lot of features with this car, so I feel like I've got a few top line facts and features, so we'll rattle through them in 90 seconds because it's a bad idea to go off-piste. The weather is terrible up in the mountains, but 90 seconds starting from now. To start with, 528 horsepower with 610 Newton meters of torque, which equals 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5.3 seconds. But the most impressive stat, 530 kilometers range on a full charge. Now, where Cadillac get their name LYRIQ from arcs back to their rich heritage in movies and music, in over 400 movies and mentioned in over 300 songs. Now, for the first time in Cadillac's history, this car was predominantly designed during the depths of COVID, meaning that only one designer was allowed in the studio with the clay model, who would then have to lead notes to the sculptor, who would then come in after the entire studio was sanitized so that they could continue sculpting this car. Now, even though this car was built in America, it is European specific. Uprated dampeners and suspension for a more sportier ride, and a massive performance upgrade on the brakes, 20-inch Brembo. We have an uber luxurious interior, as you can imagine, being a Cadillac, with an industry first ambient lighting system, which filmed during the day is completely useless. But I can imagine it'll probably look quite good at night. But actually no, inside we've got a floating center console here, which is beautiful. We've also got buttons as well as touchscreen. This 33-inch curved screen has been developed with Panasonic, so it only is featured in the Cadillac. And it is a beautiful freeform screen that has everything that you need. And it is just incredibly comfy in here. And inside here is where the party trick is.
And that party trick is, well... Mate, half of France can hear that!
You're shouting. It's hilarious. But the party trick is the AKG 19 speaker studio audio system. We all know that I love music. So do Cadillac. They've even put speakers in the headrest. I mean, it is ridiculous. It sounds so good. It makes you feel like you're in the studio, and they've really designed this and fine-tuned it. This speaker in the door card is basically the span of the entire door, and I think it was stamped about 16 times. They've really gone to town in it. And what it does is it makes you feel like you're in this incredibly luxurious car. And then they've added next gen noise cancelling, which removes all of the road noise that you would ever want. It makes you feel like you're in the studio.
And it's not just loud, it's clean. It's crisp.
Oh
the
yeah, you can go at full volume and it will never get distorted.
Nothing.
Very, very cool. And it was the first thing that I tested because they'd made such a big emphasis. They've named the car after their heritage with music. So they were never going to put a bad system in. But this is way beyond I was ever expecting. And that is why you should buy this car.
Should we go for a drive?
No, I'm just going to listen to the music.
Tasting your love and my body's on fire. I got these feelings for you. Touch me in a way that you never can tell. Living on a high, now we're living on a high.
The last time I drove this road was with my Nissan GTR and it sounded phenomenal with the exhaust bouncing off these rocks here. However, EVs give you that tranquility, and now that we've got this sound system, why don't we just enjoy a nice, relaxing, quite luxurious and classy drive, enjoying the sights. Setting up for the light because it is so dark.
Yeah, I had to really dial it up.
I don't know whether the rain is following us or whether it's rained the entire time, but we're now back on the seafront. There's the sea, looks rather moody, and off to our right is the start of a monster thunderstorm. I have no idea how long you're going to have to start filming to capture some lightning strikes, but we've seen a few, and we're now making our way to the hotel, which is I don't know the pronunciation, but La Croisette in Cannes. Does that sound about right?
That's about right.
La Croisette.
I don't think I could beat that.
That's where Cadillac are hosting us for a dinner on the beach. Are you looking forward to a dinner on the beach? I hope it's got an umbrella. The plan for tomorrow is to actually share a little bit how this car drives, because we've experienced it quite a lot today, and I'm just using it as a sponge to then feed back everything that I've got about this car in my head as to what it's like to drive. We have arrived, Boulevard de la Croisette.
Perfect, thank you.
How was the trip so far?
A lot of driving.
Yeah.
A lot of driving.
Yeah.
You came here by car?
Yeah.
From where? Ah, okay.
It's what?
Rather fancy.
Mmm.
I feel like my travel outfit is blending in well. Let's go to the room. In we come. By the way, Cole isn't staying in my room. He has his own room. In the Premier Inn down the road.
Oh mate, that's not a bad view.
Lovely. Right, I need to sleep, so
Alright, I'm gonna go.
see you tomorrow.
Okay.
What a transition, Cole. Oh, fantastic. Did it work?
I've no idea.
We have got the sun shining. We're driving the Cadillac. Sadly, back to the hotel. We are already 10 minutes late. We don't have as much time with this car as we thought, and we're going via the beach to get the outro. So fingers crossed Cadillac don't get angry at us. But just wanted to spend a bit more time in this car because cruising around the town, how quiet is it? Like even the cars flying past sounds luxurious because it's this casual whoosh. It is really tranquil in here. It's a really, really nice cabin. And I'm gonna say it, but it feels Rolls-Royce-esque. Sort of weightness of the steering, the way that it kind of gets over the tarmac so smoothly, but it's the sound or lack of it that makes you feel like you're in something uber luxurious, which you are. You're driving a Cadillac, but it is a special experience. And then when you do put it into sport mode, the progressive acceleration is dialed out. Everything is instant, which means when you're overtaking, or if you're on a tight and twisty road and you're coming out of the corner and you put your foot down, then you get that instant torque. And the torque, I mean, it pulls like a train. It is a joke. So overall, I've really enjoyed driving this car. It's got that sporty edge to it. It's not an out-and-out performance EV. With the sound system and the focus that Cadillac have put on that and emphasizing that as part of the cabin with the noise cancelling and just cruising around like this. Without the speaker system, it's a really nice place to be. With the speaker system, it feels like you're in a music studio. It is one of, if not the best OEM sound system that I've heard. And I think that's probably the best way that I can summarize it. A really, really cool experience driving the Cadillac. Really enjoyable. And I remember seeing it for the first time in June in California thinking, what the hell is that? I know it's a Cadillac because the front end looks like a Cadillac, but I'd never seen one before. And now I've driven one, so I'm pretty happy about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. We're gonna get to the beach and sign out. Now, I did think this would be the perfect place to finish the video off because look at it. What is that guy doing? Ruining our outro. But sadly, we've had the 24 hours with the Cadillac LYRIQ. It has been a lot of fun to explore this car, and I've not driven a Cadillac for a long time. But to get behind the wheel of this and to see where Cadillac have really spent their time in engineering the audio system, so many industry firsts inside with the craftsmanship of the interior to provide the user with so much luxury. Got this huge pan roof that was great, even for the thunderstorm that we had yesterday. I've had a lot of fun driving this car, and in sport mode, the propulsion sound that you get from this car is really exhilarating, and the torque, I cannot describe just how much it pulls like a train, as another lorry pulls up. But we will leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think of the Cadillac LYRIQ. Head over to Cadillac Europe if you want more information, because these guys are about to take Europe by storm. I'll see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.